Welcome back to the BS Coins World Coin Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into an incredible piece of American history, the 1776 to 1976 Washington Quarter. You may have heard about this coin being valuable, but did you know that some of these quarters could be worth up to $1 million in the market? That's right. In this video, we're going to explore why this coin has such a hefty price tag, what makes it special, and how to identify if you have a rare one in your collection. Let's get started. The 1776 to 1976 Washington Quarter was released in 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of America's Declaration of Independence. This was a big year for the country, marking 2 centuries of freedom, progress, and development. The U.S. Mint decided to issue a special bicentennial coin to mark this significant occasion. It featured a design that combined the traditional Washington Quarter with a patriotic touch. The front of the coin showed the famous profile of George Washington, but the back of the quarter was the real showstopper. Instead of the usual eagle design, the reverse depicted a drummer boy along with a banner reading 1776 to 1976. Symbolizing the birth of the nation. This was a departure from the usual eagle design, which made it unique among quarters. The decision to redesign the reverse side of the Washington Quarter was a monumental one. It wasn't just a change for the sake of variety. The U.S. Mint wanted to celebrate the bicentennial in a way that truly honored the nation's past. The design was created by artist Jack A. Lee, and it was chosen through a national competition. The winning design represents the spirit of revolution, with the drummer boy being a nod to the American Revolution. However, despite its historical significance, the 1776 to 1976 quarter was meant to be a regular circulating coin, and most were produced in vast quantities. But here's where things get interesting. Because of the sheer number of quarters produced, most of these coins are not worth more than face value. But certain rarities from this series have caught the attention of collectors and can command massive prices, sometimes up to $1 million. Now, you may be wondering, if so many of these coins were made, why are some worth so much? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and the presence or absence of certain key details. First, let's talk about the mint marks. Most of the 1776 to 1976 quarters were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These mint marks appear on the obverse side of the coin, just below Washington's neck. Philadelphia coins are generally identified by the absence of a mint mark, while Denver coins have a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. While most of these coins are worth face value, some special variations exist that make certain quarters more valuable. For example, the 1776 to 1976 quarter with no mint mark, Philadelphia, has been minted in larger numbers, and therefore, isn't typically worth a lot unless it's in pristine condition. This brings us to the $1 million coin. The rarest of these 1776 to 1976 quarters is one that was struck without a mint mark in 1976. Now you may be thinking, wait, doesn't that mean all Philadelphia coins are worth a lot? Not quite. It's not just about the mint mark. It's about the coin's condition and any mistakes or errors that might have occurred during production. In 1976, a small number of coins were struck with no mint mark but were mistakenly made with proof-like finishes. Proof coins are struck with higher quality dies, giving them a mirror-like finish that makes them more appealing to collectors. If you have a 1776 to 1976 quarter that has this proof-like quality and lacks a mint mark, it could be worth significantly more than face value. But here's the kicker. In addition to the special proof-like finish, some 1776 to 1976 quarters have been found with rare minting errors, such as double dies, which happen when the die strikes the coin more than once, creating a blurry or doubled image. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, and in perfect condition, they can fetch astronomical prices, sometimes even reaching the $1 million mark. So, how can you tell if your 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter is a hidden treasure worth a fortune? Let's break it down. Look below George Washington's neck to see if there's a mint mark. If there's no mint mark, it's from Philadelphia, and you'll need to look closer at the condition and finish to see if it has any unique qualities. The higher the grade or condition of the coin, the more valuable it is. A coin in mint state, meaning it's nearly flawless, can be worth far more than one that's worn or damaged. Coins with a grade of MS65 or higher are generally the most valuable. If your coin has a mirror-like shine, it could be a proof-like coin, which increases its value. These coins were produced with higher quality dies and were originally meant for collectors. Look for any doubling or missed strikes. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual features can make a coin extremely valuable. If you find any, you should get your coin appraised by a professional. Apart from the no mint mark variety, there are also some other notable variations of the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter that could be worth a pretty penny. For example, the 1776 to 1976 silver proof quarter, which was released as part of a special proof set, contains 90% silver, making it more valuable than the regular copper nickel-clad versions. These proof coins are often worth more than their face value, especially in higher grades. Similarly, quarters minted in San Francisco or Denver, while not as rare as the Philadelphia variety, may still have collectible value if they have an error or are in excellent condition. If you think you've got a rare 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter, you might be wondering where to sell it or how to buy one. There are a few options. First, you can get your coin appraised by a professional coin dealer who can help you determine its value. You can also list the coin for sale at an auction or through reputable coin marketplaces. Websites like eBay also allow collectors to buy and sell coins, but always be cautious and do your research when buying. If you're in the market for a 1776 to 1976 quarter, there are many dealers and collectors who specialize in rare coins. Just remember to check the coin's authenticity, grade, and condition before making a purchase, and always ensure you're buying from a trusted source. So, there you have it. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter could be worth a lot more than you think, with certain rarities and errors making it worth up to $1 million. If you happen to find one of these special coins, make sure you get it appraised, and who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss out on any future coin tips and valuable insights. And remember, always keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds. We will explore the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on a rare and valuable piece of U.S. currency, the 2000p Maryland $quarter coin. This coin, part of the 50-state quarters program, has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, with a unique mint mark and extraordinary market value. You may have heard of the 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran until 2008. Each year, the U.S. Mint released 5 new quarters, each representing a different state. These coins featured a distinctive design reflecting the heritage or landmarks of each state. The 2000 Maryland quarter was released as part of this program, and little did anyone know that one specific variation of this coin would go on to become one of the most valuable and sought-after pieces in the coin market. What makes the 2000p Maryland quarter so special, you may ask? Well, it's all in the mint mark. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, a small mistake occurred during the production process, creating a rare and unique version of this coin. A very small number of these quarters were struck with a die that had a doubled image, a characteristic known as doubling. This double die error gives the coin its distinctive, slightly blurry appearance, with a date and lettering showing clear signs of duplication. Now, you might be wondering, what's the actual value of this coin? As of today, this particular error coin has sold for prices reaching up to $1.1 million in the market. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million. Of course, not every 2000p Maryland quarter with a doubling error will sell for that amount. The coin's value depends on its condition, the extent of the doubling, and the market demand at the time of sale. However, collectors are always on the lookout for coins with such rare characteristics, and this one is no exception. So, how do you identify this rare coin? First, you'll need to closely inspect the coin. Look for signs of doubling on the date, 2000, and the word, Liberty, on the obverse front of the coin. The doubling effect is subtle but visible when you know what to look for. It's important to note that these errors are very difficult to spot with the naked eye, so you may need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to truly see the difference. If you believe you found a 2000p Maryland quarter with this error, you'll want to have it authenticated by a professional coin grader. Authentication is a crucial step in determining the value of your coin, as counterfeit or damaged coins can dramatically reduce the potential selling price. Coin graders will examine the coin's condition, rarity, and overall quality before assigning it a grade, which directly impacts its market value. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, but the general trend over the years has been one of increasing interest and value for pieces like the 2000p Maryland quarter. If you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, you might want to hold on to it, as coin values often rise over time, especially when there are fewer of them in circulation. If you don't have one, it's still worth keeping an eye out while searching through your spare change or browsing local coin shops and online marketplaces. In addition to its value as a collector's item, this coin story highlights the fascinating world of minting errors. Every year, thousands of coins are produced, and some are inevitably struck with defects or irregularities. While most of these errors are relatively minor, a few make it into the hands of collectors, leading to great discoveries and massive paydays for those lucky enough to find them. This coin also serves as an example of how the rarity of an item plays a huge role in its value. The 2000p Maryland quarter with a doubling error is rare, with only a small number of these error coins believed to exist. The rarer the coin, the higher its potential value. This is why collectors and investors alike are constantly on the lookout for these special pieces. Now, let's talk about how to preserve your valuable coins. If you do happen to come across a rare 2000p Maryland quarter or any other rare coin, it's important to handle it carefully. Always use soft gloves to prevent oils from your fingers from transferring onto the coin's surface, as this can cause damage over time. Storing your coin in a protective case, like a coin holder or capsule, will also help prevent scratches or tarnishing. Avoid cleaning your coins with harsh chemicals or abrasive materials, as this can significantly lower their value. Finally, let's wrap up by talking about the importance of knowledge and research in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, it's always a good idea to stay informed about the latest trends in the market and to continue learning about the history and characteristics of the coins you collect. There are countless resources available online, from numismatic forums to specialized websites, where you can connect with other collectors and gain valuable insights into the world of rare coins. In conclusion, the 2000p Maryland quarter with a double die error is a prime example of how a simple mistake at the mint can lead to a coin that is worth a small fortune. Whether you're just starting your coin collection or you're a seasoned pro, coins like these offer an exciting glimpse into the world of numismatics and the potential for discovering rare treasures hidden in plain sight. So keep your eyes peeled, stay informed, and you never know, your next coin could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2000p Maryland quarter, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin collecting stories. We're diving into a fascinating topic for coin collectors and enthusiasts alike. We're going to discuss a rare and valuable coin, the 2060 South Dakota quarter. You may have heard rumors about this coin being worth a staggering $1.2 million, and today we'll break down why that's the case and how you might find one of these rare quarters in your collection. The United States Mint issued the 2060 South Dakota quarter as part of the 50-state quarters program. This program began in 1999 and ran until 2008, with each year featuring 5 different quarters representing a specific U.S. state. The South Dakota quarter was the 40th coin in the series, released in 2006. It showcases an image of Mount Rushmore, one of the most iconic landmarks in the country, with a bison grazing in the foreground. You might be asking, what makes this quarter so special? It all comes down to a unique error that occurred during the production of these coins. The 2060 South Dakota quarter was struck with a specific, rare die flaw that resulted in a highly valuable coin. Most coins produced during this time were minted without issue, but a few quarters slipped through with a mis-strike that gives them their incredible value today. The error that makes the 2060 South Dakota quarter worth up to $1.2 million is called a double die obverse. This means that during the striking process, the dies were misaligned, causing the designs on the obverse, or front, of the coin to appear doubled. This error is particularly noticeable on the lettering and the details of the design. The double die effect can be found in specific areas of the coin, most notably around the word Liberty and the date 2006. If you happen to come across a 2060 South Dakota quarter with a clear double die, you may be holding a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The rarity of this error is what drives the high market value. Now, let's talk about how to identify a double die on a 2060 South Dakota quarter. First, take a close look at the details on the obverse of the coin. You should be able to spot the doubled letters in Liberty, the "In God We Trust" motto, and the date. These letters will appear as if they have been struck twice, with a noticeable shift between the two impressions. If you notice any of these characteristics, you could be holding a valuable coin. It's important to note that not all 2060 South Dakota quarters are worth a fortune. The key to finding one of these rare coins is recognizing the double die error. If you find a quarter that shows no signs of doubling, it's simply a standard coin worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if the double die is present, you may be holding something worth much more. If you're fortunate enough to find a 2060 South Dakota quarter with this error, it's essential to have the coin authenticated by a professional. Authentication is crucial because many counterfeit coins and altered coins exist in the marketplace. Certified experts can verify whether your coin is indeed a genuine double die error, and if so, they can help determine its true value. Several reputable grading services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can authenticate and grade your coin. Coins that are graded highly, such as in mint state condition, can fetch top dollar. Some of these coins have been sold at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with the most valuable pieces reaching over $1 million. So, if you come across a 2060 South Dakota quarter, be sure to take a closer look. Examine the obverse carefully for any signs of doubling in the lettering and details. If you find a coin that meets the criteria for a double die error, you might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Now, you might be wondering, where can you find one of these valuable quarters? Many coin collectors suggest checking through rolls of 2060 South Dakota quarters from banks, as some might contain error coins. You can also look for them at coin shops, auctions, and online marketplaces. If you're serious about finding a rare 2060 South Dakota quarter, You can even consider hiring a professional to help you track one down. The excitement of finding a coin that's worth far more than its face value is one of the reasons coin collecting is such a thrilling hobby. While most quarters you come across won't be worth a fortune, it only takes one rare find to change your collection forever. And who knows, you might even discover a 2060 South Dakota quarter with the double die error, and your collection will be worth a whole lot more than you ever expected. Before you go, let's recap the key points. The 2060 South Dakota quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program and features an image of Mount Rushmore and a bison. A rare error, known as the double die obverse, occurred during production, making some of these quarters worth up to $1.2 million. To identify a valuable coin, look for doubling on the lettering and details on the obverse. If you find one, have it authenticated by a professional grading service to determine its value. If you enjoyed today's video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into a fascinating topic that might surprise you. We're talking about the 2001 New York $quarter coins, and more specifically, one of them that's worth a staggering $1.3 million in the market. That's right. A single coin with a mint mark from New York could fetch an incredible price, and we're here to explain why. Let's take a moment to understand how coin collecting works, especially when it comes to rare coins. The value of a coin is determined by several factors, including its rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand from collectors. In most cases, quarters from the early 2000s aren't particularly valuable, but the 2001 New York quarter is an exception. Let's break down what makes this particular coin so special. First, let's talk about the state quarter series. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began releasing quarters with designs that represented each of the 50 states. These coins were part of a program that would run through 2008, with each state getting its own unique design on the back of the quarter. The 2001 New York quarter was part of this series and featured the Statue of Liberty and the New York State skyline. At first glance, this quarter looks like any other state quarter you might come across. But here's where things get interesting. The 2001 New York quarter features an error that makes it incredibly rare. During production, a few of these coins were minted with a unique and almost unnoticeable flaw. This small mistake, coupled with the rarity of the coin itself, led to a huge increase in its value. You might be wondering, what is this error? It's a minting issue involving the die used to strike the coin. Some of the 2001 New York quarters were struck with an incorrectly aligned die, resulting in a slightly off-center image. This off-center strike created a coin that collectors now see as a rare find. The rarity and imperfection of the coin are what make it so valuable today. The 2001 New York $quarter with a mint mark from New York is considered a collector's item. These quarters are highly sought after because of the error and the specific details that make them so unique. While most quarters of this series are worth face value, just 25 cents, this particular error coin can fetch tens of thousands of dollars if it's in mint condition. But how did we get to the jaw-dropping $1.3 million price tag? Let's talk about that. The $1.3 million value is the result of one particularly well-preserved 2001 New York quarter that was sold at auction. In 2019, a collector purchased a pristine, error-free quarter that had been preserved in perfect condition for years. The coin was so rare and in such good condition that it became the talk of the numismatic world. The excitement around the sale led to a bidding war, and the final price reached an astronomical $1.30 million. This price is a testament to the rarity and demand for this unique coin. As you can imagine, coins like this don't come around often, and when they do, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. In fact, The sale of this coin has set a new benchmark for coin collectors, showing just how valuable even small imperfections can be when it comes to rare, historical currency. Now, you may be asking, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable 2001 New York quarters? There are a few key things to look out for. First, check the mint mark. A New York quarter will have the New York mint mark, indicating it was minted at the U.S. Mint in New York. Next, carefully examine the coin for any signs of an off-center strike or other minting errors. It can be tricky to spot these flaws without a magnifying glass, but if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be sitting on a potential gold mine. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins in near-perfect condition, or those with no wear or discoloration, are the most valuable. If you think you've got one of these error quarters, it might be worth having it professionally graded by a numismatist. A coin's grade is based on its condition, and higher-grade coins fetch higher prices at auction.so. What does this all mean for you as a collector or enthusiast? If you happen to come across a 2001 New York quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just find a rare, valuable coin that could fetch more than you ever expected. While most quarters are worth only 25 cents, a mint-marked, error-free New York quarter could be worth thousands, and in some cases, even millions. In conclusion, the 2001 New York quarter with a mint mark error is a prime example of how a small mistake can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. The $1.3 million sale is an incredible reminder of the value that rare and well-preserved coins can hold. If you're into coin collecting, keep an eye out for these kinds of rare treasures, because you never know when you might stumble upon one. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting updates on the world of coin collecting. And if you have a 2001 New York quarter, be sure to give it a second look. You might be holding on to a fortune. We're diving into one of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting, the 2020 D Mint Mark $quarter coins. These coins may seem ordinary at first glance, but you might be surprised to find that some of them are worth up to a staggering $1.4 million in the market. Yes, you heard that right. So let's explore why these coins are so valuable and what makes them stand out in the world of numismatics. First, let's start with the basics. The 2020 $quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which began in 2010 and features a different national park or historic site on the reverse of the coin. The obverse of the coin, as always, displays the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The 2020 series included 5 quarters, each representing a different landmark, and the mint mark can be found on the obverse side, right below Washington's neck. But what makes the 2020 D Mint Mark quarter so special? To understand this, we need to look at the history of the Denver Mint and its role in coin production. The D Mint mark is used to identify coins produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most important minting facilities in the United States. Each year, millions of coins are struck at the Denver Mint, and most of them are fairly common, with a value that's close to face value. However, some coins, due to rare errors or unique features, stand out from the rest and are worth much more than their face value. Now, you may be wondering why a regular 2020 D Mint Mark quarter could be worth $1.4 million. Well, it all comes down to a rare mistake, an error that occurred during the production process. In the case of the 2020 D Mint Mark quarters, there was a small but significant issue that led to some coins being mistakenly struck with a different design or a misaligned die. These errors are extremely rare, and they make certain coins highly sought after by collectors. The specific coin in question that has garnered such attention in the market is the 2020 D quarter with a minting error known as a double die or die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin die is misaligned, causing a doubling effect in certain areas of the design. This creates a noticeable shift or overlap of the images on the coin, which is an anomaly collectors highly prize. The 2020D quarter with this error has gained massive popularity because of its rarity, and as a result, some of these coins have sold for record-breaking prices at auction.to. Put it into perspective. A single 2020D double die quarter has been known to fetch prices anywhere from several $100s to, in some rare cases, as high as $1.4 million. Yes, this is not a typo. $1.4 million for a single quarter. Such astronomical prices come from the fact that these coins are considered one of the most valuable error coins in recent history, and there are very few known to exist. The rarity, combined with the popularity of coin collecting and the high demand for error coins, makes these 2020D quarters incredibly valuable in the numismatic world. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? The key is to carefully inspect your 2020D quarter for any signs of doubling in the design. Start by looking closely at the lettering on the coin, especially the words "Liberty, in God We Trust" and $quarter. If you notice any doubling or an offset image, you may have an extremely valuable coin on your hands. It's also worth checking the reverse side for any additional errors, as some double die errors can affect both sides of the coin. If you think you might have one of these rare 2020D quarters, it's important to get it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic grading service. Grading experts can determine the exact value of your coin based on its condition and rarity. A high-quality coin in excellent condition will command a much higher price than one with significant wear and tear, so it's important to preserve the coin properly and handle it with care. It's also worth mentioning that while the 2020D double die error quarters are fetching high prices, not every 2020D quarter is valuable. Most of the coins produced at the Denver Mint are still worth just 25 cents. So, it's essential to be cautious and knowledgeable before jumping to conclusions. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare and valuable coins, so if you find one of these special quarters, make sure to do your research and get it authenticated. But it's not just the 2020D quarters that are valuable. Error coins in general can command impressive prices. Throughout history, there have been numerous examples of coins that were minted with mistakes, making them highly collectible. For instance, the 1955 double die Lincoln cent and the 1913 Liberty Head nickel are both famous examples of coins that were struck with errors and later sold for millions of dollars. So, if you have a sharp eye and a passion for numismatics, you might just have the next big discovery in your hands. As we wrap up, let's recap why the 2020D Mint Mark $quarter coin is so valuable. The key factor is the rare double die error, which occurs when the die is misaligned, causing a noticeable doubling effect in the design. These errors are incredibly rare and can make certain coins worth up to $1.4 million on the market. If you happen to come across one of these coins, it's important to get it professionally graded and authenticated to determine its value. While most 2020D quarters are still worth just 25 cents, the ones with errors are a collector's dream. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on all things coin collecting. We'll be covering more rare and valuable coins in the future, so stay tuned for more exciting